What's up guys, it's Big J and we are hanging out in another motorhome. This thing is awesome. Look at the rear portion of this. Wait a second, that'd be getting into it a little bit too prematurely. Let's talk about the outside of this thing. Let's talk about all of what we got going on. So this motorhome is made by this is a CrossTrail made by Coachmen. Now the model of this, let's go up here, 22XG. There you go, that is the details of this coach. Now there are so many things that I absolutely love about that. And before we get into all of those things, you may be asking yourself, well, who the hell are you? Well, my name is Jeremy Johnson and I've been building motorhomes and custom suspension for more than 25 years. I love building these things and making them awesome. Now, well, luckily I've become one of the industry leaders when it comes to van and RV suspension and all the things that you can do to personalize them and make them amazing. And my goal is to find my next motorhome. And on that journey, I'm taking you with me and we're gonna help you locate your next motorhome as well. And now, let me tell you, if I was a family of 2 or maybe 4, this could be it, because I love the outdoors. I love going and doing things. I love that I could probably put my motorcycle in the back of this thing. Now my kids might not get to bring one, but hey, maybe that's what the trailer's for. But I could put all of our bikes in it, and I absolutely love that aspect of this motorhome. I'm gonna tell you another thing that I really like is this like dove gray on here. I think that the color scheme on this, they completely nailed it. Good job, Coachmen, on that. So, yes, it has a normal entry. Let's close these up. Now I'm gonna tell you a couple things that you probably wouldn't notice otherwise. This looks like a normal Class C, but it's not, okay? The first thing is this nose is smaller than most Class Cs. Most of the time it's out here. Now there's pros and cons of that. Well, really it's gonna be sleeping for maybe 1 adult. Yes, you could probably fit 2 kids, but it's going to be a lot tighter, and I'll show you that when we get on the inside. But I want you to notice that on the outside of it as well. And as we move down the side of this, you're gonna notice cool things like an entertainment center. And what I also love is, look, the awning is covering the whole side of the motorhome. So when you put that out, you're gonna get a ton of shade in the crucial spots where you're going to be hanging out. Now, you're not gonna get any of the rear storage compartments, except look at this, like you have air on there. How nice is that? Just pull that out, dude, retractable air. Little things like that make a big difference in these motorhomes when they're like, oh, hey, most likely you're gonna be mountain biking. You're gonna want something like this. Yes, look at all that storage. Now, the only thing is, yes, I don't know, man, put a motorcycle in there, that's quite a lift on there as well. But that's because this motorhome had its suspension done by WeldTec Designs. We're gonna get in there. God, I'm excited to get in there. So when we come to the back of this, we are gonna still have storage. You can see that that's a decent amount of storage, leveling blocks, barbecue, you know, all the crucial things. Now here's something else. Did you notice that? I put it up, and I wish that more motorhome companies would do this. It's just a simple magnet system. It goes up and it stays up. That way you're not fighting it, it's not hitting you in your head. God, that's so frustrating. So maybe it's something that you want to add to your motorhome. Dude, I love this. It's the simple little things, but when you start using these things a lot, you realize, like, God, this is annoying. So as we continue down the side of it, this is going to be for when we want to hook up to shore power, all of our water to be able to flush our tank. And then you're going to have another storage compartment down here. Now you see this one folds down, so you don't have to worry about anything, and you can just shove all your stuff in there. This is not a storage, this is just to access the onboard generator. And another thing that I'm absolutely gonna love, and this is gonna help the rating system. And if you don't know about the rating system, make sure you stay to the end, because I'm gonna rate this on my scale, figuring out where it rates. It's got windows that open up all the way. It's the simple little things that excite me. Now, one of the big things as well is you see that this motorhome has more ground clearance. And the way that this has more ground clearance, it does have a 4-inch suspension kit on it from WeldTec Designs. So a lot of really cool components in here, because let me tell you, guys, One of the biggest questions that I see in every Facebook group, whether you own a Jayco, doesn't matter what it is. Let's pause for a second and really talk about this. Everybody's like, hey, I just bought a new motorhome. It drives horrible. It wanders all over the road. It's really soft. I get blown by semis. It sits really low. I don't have a lot of ground clearance, okay? You see this like over and over again. And yes, people are trying to offer advice. And I want to tell you, from somebody that's been doing suspension for more than 25 years, you get a lot of bad advice in these groups. And I hate to say that because there is also a lot of good advice. There's a lot of good information. But I will tell you that if you want to just fix your suspension and make it drive amazing, go to look at WeldTec Designs on YouTube, give them a call. They have thousands of videos that will help you do what you need to do. Because if you do it correctly, you don't need heavy duty sway bars. You don't need crappy gold shocks. You don't need sumo springs. You don't need a track bar. You don't need airbags. None of those components are on this motorhome, and this motorhome will 100% drive better than any motorhome with all of those upgrades on there. So my goal is to help you guys have the best driving motorhome, because the last thing I want is for you to listen to me and go buy your dream motorhome and be like, hey, you didn't tell me it was gonna drive like crap. Well, I wanna pre-warn you and I wanna help you out. Let me do that. If you have questions, that's what the comment section is for below. Because another thing that people always say is like, my leaf springs are negatively arced. They look like they're frowning. Look at those springs in there. A lot of arc, a lot of lift. You can see the 2.0 King shocks in there. Nothing but the best components available, and that's all from WeldTec Designs. So I hope that helps. Kind of a little infomercial in there, but really guys, my goal is to help you as much as like, yeah, buy a kit. If I can help you, that is a bigger win to me, saving you money than anything else. I'm here, I'm doing these videos for free, guys, just to help you. Hey, watch out, there's the door. We're going inside. Now this is the fun part. So many things about this, come on. I'm gonna have to pause it because that just...
You just jacked it up, huh?
And I was sweating and it... Woo. Woo. All right, yeah, keep going or...
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so when we come in this thing, I'm in love. I'm not gonna deny it. I think that for 4 people, like I said, 2 adults, easy. 2 kids, easy, no problem. It's a booth style seating, and what I like about this is with the table removed, you're still gonna have a ton of room in this area. That's nice. I definitely like that. You could even rotate the table. Oh, you can't. Ooh, man, I would love for this table to be on a single pedestal so I could rotate it. Ooh, that's the one thing. See guys, I will find the little things about it. I'm like, okay, love this right here. This is it. It's where the money's at, because I can feel that just opening that window, the breeze is amazing. I don't know, these frameless windows suck. This is where it's at. This is my next upgrade. I'm changing my windows in my Jayco 24B. So we come over. I love just normal kitchen. It's gonna have the rain, and I really like having the oven. I never thought I would use it. I actually do. The microwave, we're gonna have decent cabinet space up on the top. Okay, here's the next thing. This thing needs another shelf. Like, there's no way I'm stacking stuff this high. Second shelf in there. There's the next thing I'm telling you, you would need to do in there.
Do we have a rattler?
No, you know why? Because they put a towel in it.
They've been watching the video.
Dude, yeah, because normally this thing rattles. I've seen other people just post recently. They're shattered and broke, just exploded. It's all the time. Put a towel in it. There you go. That way this doesn't rattle and break, because they're notorious for that. I also like the step up here. And it's something super small, but like when you're prepping food, to have it just slightly higher than the sink, I can scrape stuff off. I can easily clean it, and it's not the same height of the sink. I definitely like that. All right, we're coming up. So you can see that this bunk here is definitely going to be smaller. One person. I don't even know that we're fitting 2 kids up here. I'm gonna say 1 kid. The 1 kid's gonna love it because they're gonna have the TV up there. I do like that they put a fan up here, because as well, this area does get hotter than the rest of the motorhome. I also like you have the net on here as well. The net allows you to, you know, keep your kid from falling off, but also, like you can see, if you do have gear up there, it's gonna keep your gear up there as well as the window in the corner. I like the window. I wish sometimes that my Jayco did have a window, but at the same time, it's nice that it doesn't. Now, of course, here's one thing that I don't like is right here. You have a spare tire in the middle of your motorhome, and the reason being is because most of these motorhomes, like 90% of them, don't come with a spare because they don't think you're smart enough to be able to change it. And I know that you don't want your spare in your floor like this, so look at options like the backpack from WeldTec Designs as well. That way you can get this on the back of your motorhome and still have access to the rear of the opening. I like the pantry in here. Definitely a lot of room in there. And you know what? For being only 22 feet tall, this thing does not want to stick today, is not participating. Dude, green duct tape. Growing up garage, WeldTec duct tape. Dude, do you see the stuff I go through to make you guys awesome videos? All right, so shower challenge. Dude, I need Matt. I need to do the cardboard cutout of me like Matt did. Dude, if you didn't see that video, I'll put a link down below, or a card. Go check out the video that Matt from Matt's RV Reviews and I did talking motorhomes. No problem though. I can definitely fit in here. I think I'm just gonna have to hold this thing, you know, that's it.
That's good.
So, and now like the toilet test. So, can I sit on the toilet and shut the door? Check, no problem. I like how they kind of left the cutout in there. Totally have enough room. I'm gonna be able to do my business in there, and that's what I want, because that's where I do some of my most important work, is in there. So now the one thing that you're gonna have, so the one downfall of this is if you did have a bike, motorcycle, multiple bikes in here, that you're not going to be able to have your bed and your bikes in here at the same time. So that could be something slightly negative of this motorhome. Now, when we get into it, this is a 2021, 2022 model. And I want to show you something that if you're looking at a model like this, I want you to pay attention to these small details, okay? As I look up in the corner up here, you can see that the wallpaper's kind of pulling apart, okay? And then as we come down here, you're gonna notice some of the molding. So I really want you that if you're gonna be looking at used motorhomes, to pay attention to the small details. You can see the seam is also coming apart on the bottom of this, you know? And now that could just be like the owners of this, how they're using it. But at the same time, these little details I want you to pay attention to. Get up on the roof, check the front of the roof over the end cap. Those are notorious for leaking. Make sure there's no water damage up there as well. I like that you still have storage in the back of this as well. Nice use of storage and a lot of room. Another thing that they did was put the tie downs in the floor. I like having that as well. The ability that, you know, you're able to tie down whatever you're putting in the back of it. So you're going to be limited. So again, guys, you can see that like it's just some of the little details in the workmanship in there, and that's what kind of brings some of like what I would call my ratings down. But again, guys, you really have to look at like, what are you paying for? What is the price point? Because these little details may not be the deal breaker, because really when you get into some of these more expensive coaches, you're not going to have those details, or, you know, things of that nature. But I just want you to pay attention and be aware to look out for it. But really, overall, this thing is killer. I like how small it is. Now, this does not have any slide outs in it as well. So some of you will say there's pros and cons in that. You know, a lot of people don't like the slide outs, and I can completely understand that as well. Decent sized fridge and freezer refrigerator. And there you go. I just got really tall. So the seat's going to be on swivels. Dude, this thing's rad though. I mean, I definitely like it. Now we are going to talk about
Easter egg I saw on the steps.
Oh, that's just for the battery.
Oh, I thought it was like a little toolbox.
No, so the battery.
Damn. I've never seen that.
Yeah, so this
cool. Come on.
this is where the batteries are going to be at on all the coaches. That's going to be your house batteries right there. That's pretty standard for most RVs. So you're going to have a vehicle battery under the hood. These are going to be your house batteries, which are going to power everything in the house when you're not running your generator, the 12-volt stuff. Now, if you want your outlets to work, you either have to have an inverter or you're going to have to be able to run the generator or be hooked up to shore power. And guys, if I ever miss something, if there's something that you would like to see me make a video on, explain to you more in depth, leave it in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys and what you would like for future videos. So let's go ahead. We're gonna break this thing down. I'm gonna rate it and tell you what I think where it rates. Let's do it now. All right, so the first thing, let's talk about features on it. This is gonna be a higher number. I'm gonna be like a 7. I definitely like the feature of having this back door. I think that is really nice. I like the booth style in here. I would definitely rather have a 2-person over the head bunk, so I'm giving it a 7. So when it goes to longevity, then on longevity, well, this is a 2021, and you see quite a bit of like small little things in there that I want to say maybe are like failing, need some love in there. I don't know that this coach is going to last 15 years, of course. Then again, what do I know? But longevity, I'm giving that a 6. All right, so when it comes to comfort, I definitely think this is going to be comfortable for like that family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids. And I think that is going to be really nice overall for the family. I think that it's also going to fit into a ton of spots. So on comfort, I'm giving that an 8. All right, when it comes to drivability, this thing is small, being only 22 feet. And now with this WeldTec Designs suspension on it, I think the drivability is going to be awesome. We're going to give that a 9. When it comes to the value of this motorhome, well, a 2021, we're right around $65,000. I think that's a pretty fair price for this motorhome, giving that an 8. All right, so when it comes to storage, we're going to go outside storage. You only have the 1 compartment. It's not that great. I'm giving that a 6. So versatility, yes, you're going to be able to take this motorhome anywhere. You're going to be able to fit it in most parking spots. I definitely think that it's going to be extremely versatile and go wherever you want it to, especially with the additional lift on there. You're really going to be able to get off grid and have some fun in this. I'm giving that an 8. Sleeping is going to be somewhat limited. We're looking at like 4 people in this. I'm giving that a 6. All right, well, you know that I absolutely love the windows. I brought that up. I'm giving that an 8. All right, guys, so that's it. That's what I'm going to rank this thing at. You're going to get the full list and see where this motorhome ranks and all the rest of the ones I've done as well. If you like this style video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Come back. I'm putting out new videos every week on killer motorhomes that you guys get to experience as well. Otherwise, that's it. I'm Big J, and I'll see you guys in the next motorhome.